Empires don't last forever. Rome didn't. At its peak it was unstoppable, rich, powerful, and admired across the world. But then came corruption, inequality, and collapse. Today, America holds that same seat of global power. The question is, are we repeating the same story? And if we are, how does it end this time? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going on a time-traveling journey, comparing the United States of America to the Roman Empire. We'll look at their rise, their power, their culture, and yes, even the signs of decline. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might start seeing America in a whole new way. Both Rome and America started as republics, governments built on elected leaders and citizen participation. Rome's beginning. Back in 509 BCE, Romans threw out their kings and said, "No more monarchy, we're running this ourselves." They created a senate and assemblies, basically the ancient world's version of democracy. America's beginning. Fast forward to 1776, and the U.S. declares independence. No more kings, no more colonial masters, just we the people. Already the parallels are striking. Both societies prided themselves on liberty, law, and representation. But here's the twist. Over time, both also struggled with balancing freedom and power. Now we will talk about the expansion and power of these two kingdoms. What made Rome famous wasn't just its government, it was its empire. Rome conquered lands across Europe, Africa, and Asia. The Mediterranean literally became Mare Nostrum, or RC. Now think about America. No, the U.S. didn't go around annexing half the world like Rome, but in terms of influence, it's everywhere. American military bases exist in over 70 countries. The U.S. dollar is basically the world's currency. Hollywood fast food and blue jeans. Global exports just like Roman roads, aqueducts, and Latin language once were. Just like Rome spread Romanitas, Romanness, America spreads Americanness, cultural influence, but were also formidable and monumental on the battlefields. Rome's legions were unstoppable. They were disciplined, well-trained, and equipped with advanced tactics. Now compare that to the modern U.S. military. The U.S. spends more on defense than the next 10 countries combined. Aircraft carriers act like floating Roman fortresses, projecting power across oceans. Both Rome and America maintained order through military dominance. But there's a catch. Running a giant military empire comes with a price tag, and Rome eventually found out that bill was very, very expensive. Rome built aqueducts, roads, and amphitheaters that still stand today. All roads lead to Rome wasn't just a saying, it was literally true. America? Highways, skyscrapers, the internet, buildings so high that half the floors are above the sky, roads so wide that even airplanes can fly, and even the moon landing. These are America's aqueducts, symbols of engineering and innovation that inspire the world. But here's the real question. Will these monuments last for thousands of years the way Rome's do? Here's where things get a little uncomfortable. In Rome, politics got messy. Senators bribed, leaders fought, and eventually, corruption became normal. Rome's famous phrase, bread and circuses, meant keeping the people happy with food and entertainment instead of fixing real problems. Sound familiar? In America, partisan divides are wider than ever. Elections get uglier. And entertainment, from Netflix binges to endless sports, is everywhere. I'm not saying the U.S. is Rome 2.0, but the echoes are hard to ignore. Rome wasn't just politics and war, it was culture. Gladiator games, philosophy, architecture, fashion, all spread across the empire. Today, American culture is just as dominant. From hip-hop to Marvel movies, from McDonald's to TikTok, American influence defines pop culture. But Rome also absorbed cultures. Greek gods became Roman gods. Foreign styles became Roman fashion. America does the same. It's a melting pot. But all of this are just connections between one great civilization and the other. But here's the big question people love to ask. Is America following Rome's path to collapse? Some historians point to overextension. Rome's borders grew too wide. America has commitments worldwide. Political instability. Rome's Senate gridlocked. America's Congress often does the same. Economic strain. Rome struggled with inflation and debt. America's national debt is in the trillions. Cultural distractions. Romans had gladiators. We have TikTok and endless streaming wars. Of course, history doesn't repeat exactly. It rhymes. But the similarities give us plenty to think about. Now, before we get too dramatic, let's be fair. America isn't Rome in every way. Rome didn't have democracy as we know it. America does. Rome relied heavily on slavery. America, while scarred by slavery in its past, runs on modern economies. Rome fell in a world without global institutions. Today, America is part of a network of allies, trade deals, and international organizations. So while the comparison is fascinating, America's story doesn't have to end the way Rome's did. But the real question still stands there: is America the modern Rome? In many ways, yes. The Republic turned global superpower, the unmatched military, the cultural dominance, the political struggles, it's all there. But America also has tools Rome never had: technology, democracy, and global partnerships that could help it avoid Rome's fate. Ultimately, history gives us warnings, not prophecies. The Roman Empire shows us what happens when power is unchecked, when inequality grows too large, and when politics forgets the people. The real answer lies not in whether America is Rome, but whether America can learn from Rome.